What's the most common misstep you see with people that are really good hunters, but they're not quite as good as they could be?
Um, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think like I mean, I so there's a couple of things. I think there's I know some really good hunters that they they get in their head too much. It's like they haven't mastered that mental game of
Mm.
the hunt in some ways. I think I think that not enough people talk about that, but it is, especially if you're by yourself, it can be tough, or if you're with other people, like dealing with the things that just go to shit. I mean, I've hunted with people that I'm like, they know what they're doing. They're great hunters. But then like the win I don't know, like I'm trying to think of a real life example where, something
Something
happens,
goes to
right?
shit.
Something
Yeah.
goes to shit. And then they're in a bad mood. And then they're in a bad mood, and then they get that like headspace of like, dude, there's no elk here. I mean, I don't know how I've been on hunts with hunters that are great hunters, and it's like just a tough week, hard to find elk. And then they're in that headspace like, this hunt sucks. There's no elk here. We aren't going to see anything over there. Well, when you start talking like that, when you start thinking like that, when you get into that position, what's going to happen? Like when you have that expectancy, like when I go into a hard hunt, the harder it gets, the more I'm expecting. And because of that, it
Mm.
keeps me in the game and hunting harder. The guy that's just like, F this, man, this sucks. This hunt sucks. You like, this area isn't what I was expecting. I spent 15 points on this unit 8 days in, haven't seen shit, or haven't seen what I'm looking for. It's like, well, yeah, you aren't going to find it now because your mind is like not expecting it to be there. But when the guy goes, it's tough, but every time he puts up his binos, he's like, I'm going to find a 200-inch buck. I've hunted areas where I've hunted an entire week, never seen a deer, but every time I threw the binos up, I'm like, I know right now I'm going to find a 200-inch buck. Because if I took you into a canyon and I was like 5 minutes ago, there was the biggest deer I've ever seen on this hillside. He just went into that timber. How much attention are you going to pay to that hill? Oh, you are gonna pick it apart. You're gonna have to pee, and you aren't gonna look out of your optics. Like you are gonna hunt so freaking hard, and because you're hunting that hard, you're gonna turn up things. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in some ways, where you're like, because of what you're thinking, you're gonna do things differently, and because you're doing things differently, you're gonna find more. And so the guy that's like, if I put you on that same hill, and it's like, we've never seen a deer here. Like there are no deer in this unit. They all died, and there's no deer in this canyon. Are you going to look very hard? No. The answer is no. So I think that mental game is like the last thing to master in even those small ways, because once it's like it actually kind of makes the hunt more enjoyable when it gets really tough, and makes the hunt more successful in the long run. Over the years, it's just going to benefit you. And I've fallen victim to it too. Like we all have. There's been hunts where, I mean, I fell victim to it recently. It's just like one of those things where you just get down that path and it's hard to get out of. So just, I mean, it's not like you're tricking yourself, but it's just a little mental toughness note of like, yeah, going expecting.
Yeah, and it makes it worse when you're sleep deprived and you're malnourished and you're
Yep.
freaking dirty and you're cold. Like
Yeah.
everything's working against your mental game, right? Dude,
Yeah.
I absolutely I agree with everything you just said. Um, I was lucky. I had a very optimistic mentor. My dad's like the most optimistic person on the face of the planet. I mean, he's like you. It's like every time he steps out of the truck, he's going to kill the biggest elk or deer or whatever he's hunting of his life, right? And you kind of trick your mind into that mindset because statistically, it's just not true, right?
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not going to happen. 99% of your time out there is not going to be that. But if I just kind of naturally do it now, but every once in a while I slip in that spiral where it's like, oh God, I'd be better off just getting the hell out of here. And there's, this or that, the other thing. But, and it's like you said, it's really hard to pick yourself up out of that, out of that shit.
Yeah.
But